Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I hope you're having a good time, that you had an awesome weekend, and of course you went to church, like we go to church on every Sunday. So today, of course, we are going to talk about how we spend our free time. Of course, being on a weekend, you have lots of free time, and instead of going like this in places that we end up not being so proud of. So I would like to do another movie review for you guys, and the title of the movie is it's Maestro in the Blue. It's a very nice movie. It's a modern movie. It was produced in during the pandemic in 2021, yeah, at the onset of the pandemic. So the movie highlights how families, especially the teens, the married couples, were affected with having to stay indoors all the time. And so we see these teenagers who turn into drugs and other things like being homosexuals, and their parents don't get it. They just beat them up and everything, and cut them off from their friends, in a way, like a way of taming the bad behavior. And then we also have what else during the pandemic. What else happened is how we also have the issue of money laundering. Like, this happens like in almost all communities where one guy is extremely wealthy, but the source of the wealth cannot be explained. Like, it's just money laundering. You get the money from selling drugs and other illegal activities. So the main character is Clary. Her name is Clary. She's an 18-year-old student in one of the high schools, and so she also has a brother. And wow, her parents are involved in money laundering, and the kids do not know about these. They just hang around with their friends, and they think they're these wealthy individuals in the community who can sponsor every party. And then at some point in the very beginning of the movie, they find out that the parents, out of curiosity, that the parents are involved in money laundering, and they do not know what to do about this. So out of fear what their parents would do they choose to remain silent, which I do not think is the right thing to do, especially if you find out that your parents are involved in something illegal, or they are putting at risk the lives of other teenagers within your area. So silence is not the best strategy, but you have to really think about the way forward after you find out this, to avoid some consequences. Because if someone is involved in money laundering, they would go to some extent, like even committing murder and everything else that is harmful to you. And other issues highlighted in the movie include how couples were strained during the pandemic. Like, we see these two adults, the parents of Clary. Like, the mom had to go and get an abortion because they were not getting along with the dad, and she didn't believe that she was a good mom to even her two existing children. There is also abuse in the family. Like Clary's dad beats up one of the sons of the guys he's working with to distribute drugs because he thinks involved in he's involved sexually with his son. And the movie continues getting weird. Like there are all these themes of anger. Like you see, when we had the pandemic, the most of the international health organizations were highlighting on depression. Even in the churches you could keep hearing things to do with depression, how to deal with your children when they are frustrated with what is happening, like being locked indoors all the time. Like most of the kids and even the teenagers were frustrated. So the Maestro in the blue tries to highlight most of these behaviors and patterns that were exhibited during the pandemic, and the extent to which parents went on dealing with them. Like guys would do anything to get money, guys would forsake their loved ones, everyone was selfish, people thought it was the end of the world. Hmm. But I don't think that was the end of the world, because we are still here and we are still pushing on. Though I do not think what is shown in Maestro is the best thing to do. Like you see in movies have these kind of themes of the current issues that we are facing in the society. So they show how we are supposed to handle these issues. But I do not think Maestro in the blue is showing the best way forward to deal with such existing issues in the society. Like what? Like hiring someone to go beat up their son just because we are wealthy. That doesn't make sense. You shouldn't beat people up because because they are queer or anything. Though this is still a trending topic, so you don't want to be involved much in it. And also we have these teenage girls sleeping around with older guys. Like Clary's boyfriend is almost 50 years old, and she's actually under the influence of her friends in school. So although Netflix is highlighting the issues in the society, it doesn't come up with the perfect strategy of how to deal with these issues. So I would assume the movies are just for fun. We learn a little bit from them, but you do not completely follow them. We also see how Clary's grandmother is trying to nurture talent within a community. Like the entire community didn't have a music teacher, and she had to get one from Andeans and bring her here. And so the community members, including the old, during the pandemic, they get a chance to learn about music, its production, the piano, the guitar, and everything. So I think this is one of the ways that the movie has shown how to deal with the pandemic, or because we are out of the pandemic. So it shows how we can handle stressing situations in life by keeping ourselves busy and also realizing our inner selves. So guys, if you have more suggestions on the movies that I should review, please write them down here in the comment section. And bye. Love you.